Hey, what's up guys, this is Masstoxin, and today I'm going to be ranking all the NFL home jerseys for the 2024 NFL season. This is going to be for all 32 teams. I really do hope you guys do enjoy this video. I feel like this is something a lot of NFL fans can kind of latch on to and have an opinion on, and I would love to hear your guys' opinions in the comments at the end of this video. But right now, I'm going to just rank these and get right into it. And first we have the New England Patriots. I don't think their jerseys are horrible. I'm not a big fan of the striped shoulders on the sides. You'll see a reoccurring theme that I'm not a big fan of the stripes on the shoulders, or not very often on the sleeves, but sometimes they don't look bad. And you'll realize that very quickly as I'm ranking these. But to be honest, I don't think the Patriots jerseys are bad, so I am going to put them in okay. Next we got the Jaguars, and I think their jerseys actually aren't bad either. I like that blue, and I like the white with it. I think the black, I believe it is, or it's either black or a dark blue on this ends of the sleeves actually doesn't look bad either, but I do think there's jerseys that are better, so I am going to be putting them in good, but I could see why people would put them down in a okay / decent as well. Next we have the LA Chargers jerseys. As a Raiders fan, I think these jerseys are actually nice. I think they have some really nice jerseys as well. I think that they definitely look really nice. The light blue with their logo on the shoulder, well, upper sleeve more of, and I just think the jerseys are really clean, and to be honest, they're pretty good jerseys overall, I'm not gonna lie. And then next we have the Buffalo Bills. Very old school looking jersey, but that's fine. I don't think these have been updated in a long time, but I like that. I really like the blue that they use in their logo and in their jerseys. But to be honest, I don't really like the stripes on the sleeve, and I feel like that outline on the numbers is just it's just a little bit too bold, if you know what I mean. Like that, the outline's just a little bit too much on the numbers, and I am still gonna say these are pretty decent jerseys, and that's why it is going to be going in the decent category for me today. Next we have the Miami Dolphins jerseys. These jerseys are actually really nice. I love the blue, the white, the logo on their sleeve. I just love everything about this jersey, and to be honest, I could put this in good or elite, but I think today I'm actually going to put this in elite, but I could definitely see why some people wouldn't put this here. But for me personally, I think it is a jersey very good enough to be put in that elite category. Next we have the Green Bay Packers. I think this jersey isn't horrible. They have the green, which doesn't look bad. I think these jerseys haven't been updated in a pretty long time, but the outline on the bottom of the sleeves, well, not outline, but the stripes at the bottom of the sleeves actually don't look horrible. I think the white numbers look really good on it, and I also kind of like the yellow around the neck part. I think that actually looks kind of nice, and to be honest, I think it's a pretty decent, okay jersey, and I would love to see maybe a little bit of a revamped version of these jerseys down the road. Next we have the Indianapolis Colts jerseys. I love this blue and white. I'm not a huge fan of the white on the shoulders, but I do really like these jerseys overall. I think these would actually be really clean if they were just blue with the white numbers, because this blue is a really good looking blue, and I actually really like these jerseys besides the stripes on the shoulders, so that is going to be in put in the good category for me because I think they're very good jerseys, but I do think there are some better ones as well. Next we have the Minnesota Vikings. These jerseys aren't bad. I kind of like the font on the numbers. I think the purple looks good. I'm not a big fan of the stripes on the sleeves. And to be honest, not a very big fan of it in general. But I do think these jerseys are nice. And they're pretty decent jerseys overall. I would say I could see why some people would want to put it up in good. But personally for me, they're decent jerseys. I ain't gonna complain. Like, I wouldn't be complaining if I had to wear this jersey just off its looks alone. But it also wouldn't be the one I'd pick just based off of the jersey's looks. Next we have the Carolina Panthers. While their team is really bad, I think their jerseys actually aren't as bad as they are. The Carolina Panthers black with the blue looks really good. I'm not a big fan of the blue on the sleeves, but I do like it a lot around the neck of the jersey. And they're decent jerseys. I would probably put them anywhere between decent and good. I am going to be putting them in good though, because Carolina needs a little bit of something to make them feel better. But next we have the Dallas Cowboys. These jerseys aren't bad. I'm not a big fan that they look more like away jerseys than home jerseys just because of the white. But I do like the blue on the white. Again, not a big fan of the stripes on the sleeves. But I do kind of like the numbers on the shoulder. I think that's kind of cool. I know a lot of teams do that, but not all the teams do that. And I think these are really good jerseys overall. But I could see the case where you put it in elite as well. Next we have the Atlanta Falcon jerseys. These jerseys are pretty good. The black with the white and the red looks really good together. I'm not a big fan of the font that they used on the numbers though, personally. I think that I have seen better fonts for the numbers, and to be honest, I think these jerseys would look way better if they didn't use the font that they currently use for the numbers on the jerseys as of right now. And that's why I'm going to have to put it in decent for now. But I could definitely see why some people would either have these below and bad, or maybe even they think they're good. I can see why some people really like the jerseys, but not my cup of tea personally. And then next we have the Bengals jersey. I think the black with the tiger stripes on the shoulders goes really well with their team. And I like the outline on the numbers. I think the font for the numbers aren't bad. And if I'm being honest, just these jerseys aren't bad by any means, but I feel like I'd love to see their main jersey be more of that orange than the black that they have currently. So I'm going to just put this in good, but I definitely think that these jerseys aren't bad by any means. And then next we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm actually not a huge fan of these jerseys. I think the black, yellow, and white looks really nice, but the sleeves I'm really not a fan of, because they basically covers the whole sleeve. Like, it's not like just the bottom, it's the whole thing for the most part. I'm just not a fan of it, and I'm gonna have to be honest, it's not a really good jersey. It's gonna have to be put lower than decent. And next we have the Detroit Lion jerseys. I love this color blue. I actually think the stripes actually look pretty good on this with the silver on this sleeve. And to be honest, these jerseys aren't horrible, and I think they're actually pretty good overall. And then we have the Tennessee Titans. not a huge fan of these jerseys. I definitely think that these jerseys could do a bit of improving. I'm not a big fan of the blue that's like under the arms. I'm not a big fan of how much gray is on the shoulders. And I'm not a fan of the font either. And to be honest, these are really bad jerseys. And I think there's only going to be one other jersey that even gets put this low in the awful tier. But these jerseys just aren't it for me personally. Next we have the Buccaneers jerseys. I really like the red and the black, the logo on their shoulders, and well, on the sleeve, the numbers on their shoulders. I think it looks really good. And to be honest, these are really good jerseys. They are just missing the elite category. Next we have the new Houston Texans jerseys that they just announced during this offseason. And to be honest, these jerseys are sick. I love these jerseys, probably one of my favorite jerseys in the NFL right now. And to be honest, they're above the Dolphins jerseys in my opinion. I could put these in their own tier if I really wanted, because these jerseys are so good, and I think that these jerseys with their current helmets, or even the red ones that they were wearing last year, would look amazing. And then next we have the Seattle Seahawks. These jerseys actually aren't bad. I think some people aren't huge fans of these jerseys, but I think these jerseys are actually really nice. Nothing's gonna be their Color Rush jerseys though, which you will see my full opinion on that one that when I do make that video and that comes out. But the Seahawks home jerseys are pretty nice. I'm not a huge fan of like what's on the shoulders, but I think these jerseys are really nice and they deserve to be put in at least good. I don't think many people can fight with me on that one. And then next we have the Broncos jerseys. I'm not a huge fan of these jerseys. I don't think they're bad. These are brand new. I think these are actually decent, and I definitely do think for these being new jerseys though that they could have improved on it even more than they did. But overall, they're not horrible jerseys, and I'll put them in the same category as the Bills jerseys to make it fair. And then next we have the 49ers jerseys. These jerseys are pretty nice with the red and the white combo. I'm not a fan of the stripes on the sleeves. Love the numbers on the shoulders. And to be honest, I wish they would have put some gold into the jersey to make it kind of stand out more. Even if they did like a gold outline on the white numbers, maybe that would even look good. But personally, I think that these are going to be put in good. I wouldn't put them in any sort of elite tier though, personally. Or and while I'm thinking about it, or they could even do gold numbers with like a black outline for the numbers. I think that would look sick as well. But maybe that's something that they could do in the future. So next we have the Browns jerseys. I like the white on the brown. I think the sleeve colors aren't horrible. I love the numbers on their shoulders. And to be honest, these are decent jerseys. They're not amazing by any means, but these jerseys are pretty decent, especially for how long that they've had these jerseys. And I ain't gonna complain that they're and say that they're bad jerseys by any means. Next we have the Chicago Bears. I think these jerseys are alright. The orange on the letters and numbers looks alright. The numbers on the shoulders is okay. Again, I'm just not a big fan of their colors, to be honest. And to be honest, it's not my favorite. Especially with the stripes on the bottom of the sleeves. It's just, I'm not a huge fan personally, and understand why some people wouldn't like that. And I mean, everyone's opinion's personal, but personally, I'm not a huge fan of the Chicago Bears jerseys. as of right now. Next, we have the New Orleans Saints jerseys. I think these jerseys are really nice. I love the gold, the black, all of that. I love just every single part about this jersey. I think that there is barely any flaws. And to be honest, I really want to put this in Elite, but I don't think many people would agree with me. So I'm kind of debating on putting it in good, but I think personally, for me, I think it could go anywhere on here in between these two. And I'm going to put them in Elite, but I might swap it down to good. And while I'm thinking about it, I think I am going to be moving the Panthers down to okay/decent. Again, not horrible. I think it could go anywhere between decent and good, personally, but it's just personal preference. And then next we have the Las Vegas Raiders jerseys, which is my team. I love the silver and black. I love the numbers on the sleeves. I love this jersey. I can't put it in Elite though, but I love these jerseys. I think these jerseys are really clean, and to be honest, I have very high hopes that a lot of people do really like these jerseys, and I am going to put them in good for right now, and I really hope that people will want to put these in Elite in some of their lists personally. Then next we have the Eagles jerseys. I like the font on the numbers. I like the blue, the bluish green. It's more green, but I really like it. I like the font on the back with the number and the letters for the players' names. I think these look really nice. And to be honest, these are very good jerseys. And then we have the Baltimore Ravens. I love the font, I love the color, I love the white, I love the gold outline, and it's really good. But again, I feel like Elite is just a category on its own, and my definition of Elite is you have to be like perfect on every level. And to be honest, I think these jerseys would be cooler if they put in some black in the jersey, and that's why it's just going to go in good for me personally right now. But then we have the Arizona Cardinals. These jerseys have gotten a lot of hate, and to be honest, rightfully so. I hate that the Arizona is on the front of the jersey. I think that looks ugly, and it's, I believe, the only jersey other than the Falcons and the Patriots that have that in the front. And I've seen it be more recent because I think the Texans and maybe the 49ers have put it in the front too. But personally, I'm not a big fan. I think they should have used more yellow, more black, and these jerseys are just really bad. But to be honest, the only jerseys I think that are really worse than this is the Tennessee Titans, and I think more people would even agree that the Cardinals jerseys are just worse. But next we are going to go to the Washington Commanders. These jerseys aren't horrible. I believe that these haven't been changed for a pretty long time, and for a good reason. They're really nice. The red, the gold, this yellow, the white stripes on the sleeves don't look bad. The white outline on the numbers doesn't look bad either. And I do think these are actually pretty decent jerseys overall. Next we have the New York Jets jerseys. I believe these were announced just this year, and these look very old school in my opinion, but they aren't horrible. The white and the green looks really nice. I'm just not a big fan of the stripes, especially with how they are on this, because it's just two white stripes on it. And I just think these jerseys are alright. They aren't horrible, but they could be a little bit better. And then we have the New York Giants jerseys, they're a lot like the Colts jersey, just a darker blue slightly, and without the stripes on the sleeves, well, on the shoulders. And these jerseys aren't horrible. I do think that they are going to be going in the same category as the Colts jerseys, though, in my opinion. And then next we have the LA Rams. I love the font that they used on the numbers and the gradient. I think that looks sick. I love the blue. I'm not a huge fan of the yellow on the sleeve towards the top, but I don't think these are bad, and these are pretty good overall, and that's why they are going to be going in good. And then last we have the Kansas City Chiefs jerseys. These jerseys are not horrible. The red, the white, the yellow outline on the player's name, and it doesn't look horrible. The sleeves are alright, and to be honest, I think these are decent, and I think that's exactly where I'm going to put them. But this is my list. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know some people aren't going to agree with a lot of the things on mine, and I'm completely fine with that. But at the end of the day, this is my list, and I'm happy with it. Please like if you did like the video. Please tell me what your opinions are in the comments, and I really hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys next time.